right, so this is the thing. So FDT is doing everything in its power to distract us and to keep us from wanting answers on the Epstein files. He going to all different kind of levels of trying to play these distraction games just because he don't want us to see the list. So the thing is, we can't stop talking about these Epstein files because that's the one thing that he wants us to do. He wants us to talk about DC crime rate and the fake jobs numbers and locking up Letitia James and just all these distractions, being on top of the White House roof, talk about remodeling the White House. It's so much a distraction that's going on to where it's like he's trying so hard to get people to just like talk about something else. But if he got nothing to hide and it's all fake and the Democrats made the list and it's just nothing to see here, why go through the levels of getting people out of prison and getting people on shorter terms and putting people in low-level security prisons? If it's nothing to see here, why are we going through all of these levels? And it's to the point to where his own base is starting to see it. Joe Rogan want to see answers. I saw a clip where Joe Rogan wants answers. He wants to know what's going on with the files. If your name is clear, let's see it. Marjorie Greene is in a whole battle with Laura Loomer right now because of all of this stuff that's happening. It's crazy. These people who helped this guy win are starting to see him for what he is. They say better late than never, but I really wish that they would have saw this before and now, because we all saw it. I mean, I saw it. I think y'all saw it. We all saw what was going on, and we knew that it was all, everything that's happening, we knew it was going to happen. We was prepared for this. We was ready for this moment. We knew it. We felt it in our bones. And now, because of the Epstein files, this is the only thing that's actually starting to stick. This is the one thing that he can't spin, the one thing that he can't shake. He can't do the weave. He call it the weave. That's when you talk about something else and you get back, whatever, the weave. It don't work. It's not working. The spin and move, the spin and put out some other news, distract people from what's going on. This been going on for over a month. This been going on for over a month of just every day, every single day, the Epstein files come up every day. It don't matter if you're watching Fox. It don't matter if you're watching CNN. It don't matter if you're watching MSNBC. You're going to get the same thing. The Epstein files, the Epstein files, the Epstein files. We all want answers, but if it's nothing there, go ahead and clear your name. But we already know he tried to talk about Obama. He tried to talk about Beyonce. Try to talk about Bill Clinton. Try to talk even about Hillary, emails, Hunter Biden, the White House remodels, just the wars that's going on, the Vladimir Putin war, and speaking of the war with Vladimir Putin with Russia or whatever, he said he had a meeting with Putin in Russia, which he's actually meeting with him in Alaska. Now, I believe it's possible that he just doing what he do. He want us to have something else to talk about. So he said meeting in Russia when he knew he was meeting in Alaska, just so we can be, deflected from what's going on. I think it's just all part of his games to try to distract us. Or he losing it. He losing his BCs. Y'all know I gotta talk safety these days. His BCs are starting to he losing his BCs. He's starting to have these, these early symptoms of the D word. It's foggy out there. There's something foggy going on. But it could be that, or it could be him just trying to get us to talk about it. That's what he like to do. He like to give people something to talk about. But now we got something to talk about. Let's talk about these Epstein files. That's what we want to talk about. We want to talk about the Epstein files. We want to talk about why you're going to this level and this extent to try to hide it. Everything, just everything, like the crime rate in DC. So you put the National Guard in DC, when even though the crime rate is down, the murder rate is down, the every pretty much every spec is down. Everything is down. The murder rate, the crime rate, the robbery, the shootings, all of this stuff is down. But now you're saying we're gonna put a National Guard to go in and clean up DC. They're gonna override the police. Something strange about these cities that you pick in, because they're all black people in charge of these cities, like, black mayors, some governors. These are the cities that we're going after, these cities. But in reality, now you're going after homeless people. It's like Pete Hegseth and FDT don't even have a plan for this, man. They're just trying to find something to distract people. They're going after homeless people and after druggies, and they don't even have a place for them to go. It's money being wasted. It's our money being wasted. Taxpayer money being wasted, because why are we using the National Guard to handle something that's supposed to be handled by the local departments? So what we try to do is we try to spin it and say that it's necessary to bring in the National Guard. He don't believe that. Y'all don't believe that. I don't believe it. Nobody believes this stuff. Anything to keep his name, to keep the Epstein name out of our mouths. It's like the spin tactics or whatever he's trying to use is just not working. So let's talk about everything else. And let's try to see if something to stick. Let's see if we can get these people to stop talking about it. It's not working, bro. It used to be chess, not checkers. Now you're not even playing that, bro. And I'm not trying to follow what Joe Rogan said, because he said something along those lines. But y'all know I'm always talking about chess, not checkers. But it's not that. It's just you're trying to cover something up. It's not working. The people want answers. And all you try to do is deflect. And that's what I got to say about FDT. Now, Greg Abbott in Texas. Greg Abbott he's redistricting 5 zones to try to get rid of the black people vote. 5 different zones is redistrict. And now he's threatening 10 because of Gavin Newsom is trying to fight fire with fire. So now he's saying if you do that, I'll take away 10 zones in Texas. And I was watching the news. I don't remember the guy's name, but he's one of them people in Texas, one of the congressional people. He said that we're going to do it because we can. We're going to get rid of these zones because we can. No real reason. No real motive. Not to help the American people. He said they're doing it because they can and because it hurts the Democratic Party. So they're basically cheating and saying they're cheating. They're admitting to cheating. They're admitting to cheating the midterm election and all of the future elections where they're admitting to the cheating. And this is where we at right now. And y'all know it's early in the morning. Y'all, I don't really do mornings. If y'all know me, y'all know. That's why I look sleepy. But I had to talk about this. I had to get up and talk about this. This is what's happening. They're trying to steal an election. For the last 4 years, he talked about how the election was stolen from him. So he came up with strategies himself to try to steal the election from us. Jasmine is fighting for us every day. She's in Texas. They're trying to take away her district. And we can't go for it. Y'all know I'm gonna keep on being an advocate for Jasmine Crockett. One day, Jasmine gonna be on my on this podcast. But for right now, we gonna keep on fighting for Jasmine Crockett, man. Like all of this cheating and trying to cheat and all of this stuff is just out of hand. When do we say enough is enough? When do we decide that enough is enough? We're gonna let them keep cheating, even though we're getting accused of cheating. And we're going to let her keep on spinning the news and trying to lie about stuff and trying to change stuff, because it's starting to get to the point where his own people are turning on him. Marjorie Taylor Greene and Laura Loomer were going at it. Laura Loomer said some real explicit stuff. She said that Marjorie Taylor Greene need to get up off her knees. Basically, get up off her knees. I ain't even got to get into what she talking about. And these people used to be all on the same team. Joe Rogan is calling it out. He's saying that FDT is, the D word, demented. He's saying it. This is coming from the people that helped him win. This is what we all saw already. I don't understand how people couldn't see all of this stuff. He ran to stay out of prison. And it's sad that people come in the comments and be like, y'all just don't like him. Can we just be honest, man? He's trying to get Ukraine to give up land to Russia. He like, just go ahead and give Russia the land. Just give it to him. Let's get this war over. Zelensky like, nah, we're not doing that. So I want to know how this meeting goes this Friday. So it's supposed to be a meeting with Vladimir Putin. I want to see how this meeting is gonna go. Is he gonna yell at him and call him out like he did Zelensky? Is he gonna have little Marco Rubio and JD Vance with the eyeliner and all of those people sitting around him so they can call out Putin? Is he gonna treat him the same way he treated Zelensky when he was asking for a minerals deal? Is he gonna try to talk to him like that? Would it be a resolute after this meeting? It's only for us to find out. It's real political, keeping it real.